Hello, 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 my lovely gems, and welcome back to Gems Life Live. And we gonna get into some things. Hello, 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 my lovely gems, and welcome back to the channel. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. So I wanted to talk about this, the XXXtentacion murder. I was watching it on Hip Hop Homicides, which is 50 Cent show. I really do like that show, but I feel like in this particular episode, they kind of only scratched the surface. I do feel that they're rushing them a little bit. I think 50 should slow down, tell production to slow down, and just really get into the nitty gritty and actually kind of on a more spiritual level and a little bit more deeper. I just found that it was not as informative, and I don't feel like it gave his story justice as well as him as an artist. So XXXTentacion, I've been a fan of his for a very long time. He was a very different type of artist. No Jumper. He actually put him on. Adam 22 was his manager at one point. And also academics had a very tumultuous relationship actually with him, and that's actually one of the reasons why Joe Budden was so hard on academics during the everyday struggle days, basically saying that these rappers are dying and you're perpetuating their effery, basically. So this story is very crazy because X had like a cult following. He also was a very known artist to have gone against Drake. He actually went against Drake in jail on an interview for the radio. He also said if anything was to happen to him, that it was going to be Drake. He had tweeted that out. And the fans know more about it as far as the story, because before God's Plan came out, XXX had planned to do something similar in Miami, which is his hometown. And as Vanessa Satin said, you're a target in your own town in Hip Hop Homicides. And then obviously, fans have pointed out also that never sat well with them was the whole Travis Scott and Drake sicko mode verse that seemingly seemed to predict his death as well. And X had told his mom and his family and many of his friends that he did say this was going to happen to him. He said it wasn't a manifestation. He said he knew it was going to happen. So this guy right here ended up apparently being the ones who called the four guys who followed X into the motorcycle shop. He had earlier that day went to a bank and taken out $50,000, and that's what he had in his side bag. He had pulled up in his brand new Audi A8, or BMW, one of the two. I believe it was an Audi though. And I believe he pulled up to the motorcycle shop. You could tell in the footage, look, that he'd seen the guys walk by and he felt uneasy. He's seen them exit the shop. They actually bought their masks in the shop, which is ridiculous. And then when he was exiting the shop, they obviously came up to him. He didn't give the satchel of the money to them, and resulted in them shooting him. Now they've all been prosecuted. And they're in jail. I just, to me, which Van Lathan said in the Hip Hop Homicides, is that it's very unclear how they found out that he was there, which they're saying is this guy, which he had met earlier that day. Oh, yeah, it's a BMW. That they had said he had seen earlier that day at the bank. And that he had seen him earlier that week as well, this particular fan or whatever he was. And they're apparently tying him to calling those robbers who apparently were just driving around in some black SUV looking for someone to rob. I mean, I want to believe it, but I can't. They bought this the masks in the store, so that kind of corroborates that story. But what's like, why would you buy the masks in the store on camera of the person you're about to go rob? Like, it just, to me, it just seems really retarded. So either they're all really retarded, or it just seems personally set up, or it's like, you know, I guess words are powerful. His words were more like instructions, his cousin was saying in the hip hop homicides, and that he spoke with much depth. So, I mean, words are powerful. Who knows if his words led to his demise or if it was something greater. He was very profound. The youth very much followed him, and it was not about clout. I mean, at first, that's how he got noticed off SoundCloud and doing things on the internet that would boost his algorithm. Got punched on stage, like just certain things that have happened in his career. But later on, he was really trying to spread a better message, even though he was going through, the domestic abuse case and, certain things in the industry. He was beefing Drake. I mean, he said some very choice things about Drake's mom and like just different things, bro. Like he was basically exposing the industry for being an evil place. And he basically said if something happened to him, he wanted at least 5 million, right? Maybe he just said 5, but if he said out of the 5 million that are watching him right now on his live or whatever, if he could change their lives. And I think his story just gets kind of lost, but he was definitely one of the greats, and he would have been great. Kind of like, if King Von would have lived longer, depending on if he had went to jail, but still his status would have been great as an artist if they hadn't died so young. XXX was only 20 years old. And I believe King Von was maybe not too much older, maybe 26, 25. So these are young artists that are getting taken away from us at a very young age. And, they have controversial lifestyles. But I feel like if they were able to grow and mature, we would have seen a different side of them. And it's just very shame that X didn't get to see that. But anyway, some people think he is still out there and that he planned his death. Um I don't agree with that, but I could see how fans would think that. So in any instances, whether he is dead or alive or still roaming around this earth, I would like to say my condolences to his family and rest in peace to XXXtentacion and any of the other fallen soldiers and rappers that we've had die along the way. And that is my video for today, my lovely gems. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below on anything that we have spoken about today or any other videos that you want to hear about. And please shout out to our sponsors, Atami. If you would like a chance to win, please get people to subscribe to the Gems Life Media and Gems Life Live channel, and you can get a chance to win one of their great skincare kits. So I will be letting you know more about that in the future, but please like and share and subscribe, and I will be back with another video. Bye for now, my lovely gems.